Today we're jumping back into Batomon Showdown, and we're turning this little mon into a shockingly awesome mon, if we can keep it alive. But anyways, let's dive in and see this craziness. I think it's time to try out the musician once again. It's been a while since I used this fella. Let's see what sort of shenanigans we can get up to with some electric types maybe. Now, do you want to go for Joltail or the Bumbleballs? Kind of want to go for wait, I was going to say I want to go for Joltail since we have 2 in the shop, but we also have 2 Bumbleballs. Well, first of all, I'm going to take one of these guys. Now the question is, I'm going to take the Scorch Imp with you as well, but if we add you in, then we lose the 10 shock. Is that better than having a second Joltail in with a Bumbleballs? Probably not, right? Because these guys are going to deal damage on top of the shock. When you apply 2 shock, basically it's about the same except they're going to do more damage based on the shock. So yeah, that's probably going to be our best start. Not making use for skill, but that's going to come much later on. But can this Joltail smash on this button? Now they have a Bracelet, which will apply 10 shock, have a Scorch Imp and a Moss Slug as well. So we're going to get some heals, we're going to be applying some burns, and they've stacked up a decent bit of shock. Well, we're stacking up a shock as well, but is it going to be close? Holy moly, that was way too close for comforts. Hell yeah, though, we got our first badge, 9 more to go. And holy Bumbleballs, we're taking this level up. What you got for us? Good old Trinket, anything to do with cooldown. On victory, gain 8 golds, your monsters have plus 5 damage, or at the start of each day, gain 3 gold. I'm going to take the on victory, gain 8 gold. So I'm going to grab a Velisect, and this is probably going to be better, right? This guy getting multicast is probably going to be worth it, but I'm thinking about selling the Joltails to grab ourselves another Velisect, and just kind of forget about Joltail altogether. But getting that Trinket might be worthwhile, actually maybe losing this round, right? That's what I'm thinking anyways. I think I'm going to hold on to it. We'll see. And we're going to be able to win this round. If we do win, it's going to be kind of crazy actually. So we are going to be getting a lucky girl. It's going to have some shiny shenanigans. Speaking of that, it's a freaking shiny Joltail. Now can our little tiny Bumbleballs put in some work for us, stacking up all that shock. They got a decent bit of burn onto us. They're going to have some heals and some shields as well. It's not looking great for us right now. Although we could bring it back because that's a lot of freaking shock. And this guy deals damage twice, which means that's about 45 damage on top of the 15 damage twice. And unfortunately, we actually won. There's no freaking way. I was full sure we actually lost that one. I'm not complaining, that's our second bad. We stumbled upon a dragon sword. Take something before the dragon comes back. We can get ourselves a legendary dragon, we can get ourselves a hero sword, or we can take 20 gold. Honestly, since the legendary dragon's got nerfed quite a bit, I'm not really sure if we want to take the dragon egg. I'd rather just take the 20 gold, if I'm being honest. The 20 gold's great because then we can actually start getting some level ups, getting some early trinkets, giving us a huge power boost. It's going to be worth it. And speaking of worth it, we're taking that additional trinket 1,000,000%. Now, I'm going to take a bit of a gamble here. If it gets rid of Bumblebolt or Joltail, it is a level 2 Electranade. That was worth the gamble. Definitely so. That's 200 shock. That's an insane amount of shock. We probably do want to build around this guy, so we want to take every Velisect we want. Bumblebolts, we could try to go and get some extra trinkets. It's going to be 2. Or just reroll. And Boomagon is here with a level 2 Velisect, which honestly I'd rather keep this as just a normal Velisect, but I do want to grab the Boomagon and I kind of want to speed this fella up. We're selling the Joltail and we're going to actually just take this upgrade. We get an extra trinket and we can get another additional trinket. Yep. We better hope that we get an insane trinket early on. But 200 shock is kind of madness, and it's all going to go down to our Velisect as well. I'm going to try to speed up with the Boomagon onto our freaking Electranade so we can get this pop off a lot faster, because 4.5 seconds is a long time. We'd love to get it down to maybe 2 seconds if possible, but that 200 shock is kind of crazy, right? Because now you deal 200 damage times 3. Yeah, it's not even going to be close. Electranade early on? Crazy. And that's 3 badges. 7 more to go. Hot pepper. God damn, we don't want that stinky hot pepper. Can we take another gamble? I don't think we take this one because I want to keep our Velisect. We'll overtake Spinner because this guy attacks super fast. Let's keep going. A free reroll I'd gladly take. We could take the Plunderbird. Don't really care too much about it, if I'm being honest. Cinderfly, Moss Slug, some pretty nice options. Still not going to take any of them. Going any of these guys? Probably not. I'm going to waste all our gold reroll. Bumbleballs, Panbud, that Boomagon, we definitely want to grab. The point where I'm almost want to sell you to try and get it, but it's not going to be enough. We sell our Spinner, we can actually take it. And I think it is going to be worth grabbing because speeding up our guys is definitely going to be a key victory here. Because the faster we get going, the better. And even a couple of seconds, even a couple of milliseconds is going to be super helpful. Now, speaking of insane, that's a poison team and a half. Shock beats that aren't going to be going decently fast. But can they compete with 200 shock from the rip? It definitely does not look like so. 1 Velisect and 200 shock. Yeah, there's not much they can really do. But that's our 4th victory. Only 6 more to go now. And we can also use our Boomagon to speed up our extra Boomagon, which does make a lot of sense. I also want to take another Electranade and basically just find ourselves another one. We could take the Baroon for extra freaking items, which I'm not going to be too pushy about. None of these guys. Still don't want any of these guys. We could take Gill Shell. We could grab ourselves this Spinari, which I'm down for. And just roll again. And there's another Velisect, which we want to add in this guy once again. But I'm going to keep our Boomagons separated. We could speed up one Boomagon so we just get a little bit faster, so then we can basically scale up our guy even faster. But I'm just going to keep it this way. Because even getting a couple of milliseconds down on each is going to be worth it. Now that's going to be Lignite, who potentially can do some big damage if they stack up loads of burning. But lucky for us, they don't really have a way to stack up that burn. And this 200 shock is just a monster. Because now these guys are hitting for 203 damage. Which is madness. This Electranade really popping off for us. Even though he does knock himself out. Right, that's halfway there. Now, in the middle first, you come across a crying baby basilisk monster. Seems to have gotten a loss from his parents. Lignite, we could get a crazy rare trinket and multiplied basically 2 times. Or 40 gold. Here's where I do want a 40 gold to try and get upgrades as fast as possible. But I'm going to take this rare trinket. Praying it's going to be something amazing. When a monster levels up to reduce cooldown, we can get permanent plus 10 damage or even more additional trinkets. Cooldown is everything. I'm going to take this cooldown, even though I'd love to go with this, and we can get a ton of skilling damage for our multicasters. But cooldown is going to be much more awesome for us. Only problem is we do need to level it up. Now Dracon is here as well. I mean, Dracon could be kind of nice. Blue chip for more money, so I'm not going to take that actually. Now Boomagon, how much are you going to reduce that cooldown? Because I want to actually see, because we duplicated that a couple of times. Your top end monster is 20 damage, that's also really awesome. Yeah, I'm probably going to take that, right? Down to 3.7 seconds, yeah, that's massive. That's kind of nuts. I'm also going to just take that little bit of cake for a little bit of extra damage, and that's another Velisect, which we do want to take. Now we're still going to speed this guy up, which could be problematic, because we do want to find ourselves a little guy called Cherubo, who stops our guys from being knocked out. But if we get this guy going too fast, then Cherubo is not going to be able to protect him. But I'm not going to stop Boomagon with 3 level 1 Boomagons. That's kind of madness. On some unoppressed rocks. Yeah, it's definitely a crazy looking team. You're down to 3.4 seconds. I can't believe 3.7 seconds yet. We basically doubled our output. Even quadruple because the abilities increase as well. So we should be able to get this Electranade going crazily fast. And we only need 4 more victories to go. However, let's take another Velisect. Let's keep rolling. Loot box? For Legendary? Do we even want Legendary? I don't really want to take it. I will trade a life though, even though we are. But that's a shiny freaking Cherubo. Holy moly, what a freaking awesome guy to get. And we need to speed you up faster because you're down to 3 seconds and we need you down even faster. Well, let's keep going. Dracana, another Boomagon. Honestly, I'm going to take another Boomagon, even though it is 6 seconds. But speeding up our bugs, speeding up everyone else, it's going to be worth it. And I do want to grab ourselves another Cherubo, most of all. Because that's going to give damage to our Electranade. But again, we need a Cherubo faster than our Electranade. That's a bit of a problem for us. Because our guy's going to still get knocked out. But after this one fight, I'm really hoping that we can survive long enough to get 5 casts off to get this down to 3 seconds. But that might be asking a bit much if I'm being honest. Because we can get a 200 damage, and we go multicast from here. But we'll see. We have it down to 3.4 seconds. Actually, that's 3 casts. 4 casts. We might actually get it down even faster. If you get both of these down to 1 second, we can apply a crazy amount of shock. Now it's faster than Electranade, which is even more awesome. Well, is it going to be enough? 2.6 seconds. We are still winning, which is kind of madness. Definitely so. They got an unpressed rock scaling up all that damage, but yes, that could be good enough. Your musician, really awesome so far. Especially with Electranade. The Spinaris, you're going to be gone, my friend. Let's take that Cherubo, let's keep rolling. We could try to go for a level 3 Boomagon, which I think at this point we might as well. Holy moly, we're getting it. And it should be able to increase quite a bit as well. The only problem is we can't actually take it this round, which I definitely want to take unless we sell our Cherubo, which I think I'm down for. Because getting this level 3 upgrade is going to be Extremely worth it. What should we take? Top of the monster gets 20 damage. The first monster you play each day gets 20 damage. This Velisect is going to be doing some big damage. Now, this round, do we want to speed up our Electranade or do we want to speed up our Trouble? I think we're going to spend around 11 up our Electranade. I definitely think so. Which could come out a bit of risk. We probably should do the Trouble first. That way we can always guarantee that Electranade is going to survive. But in order to reduce the cooldown on Electranade, we're not going to be able to keep it alive anyways. We can also scale up the damage on one of our Velisects as well with this. Probably should have did the fastest one we can have, which is going to be this guy. So Trouble on our multicasters, also phenomenal. And you're down to 1.2 seconds. Yeah, we have this down to 1 second flat. Yeah, that's genuinely going to be crazy. And we're still winning. There's no freaking way that we're actually still winning with this setup. And we can get so much stronger. It's kind of madness. You run into a traveling dragon tamer. He says he's too many dragons to take care of and he offers you to adopt one. You can get on Cetra, which will give us an ongoing effect. If you want that, you go for Drake Arch, or we can go for the Saberhorn for more multicast. Now, the funny thing is, given multicast to Electranade, we'll just make it murder itself. So Saberhorn's not going to be that great, Drake Arch is also not going to be great, and on Cetra could be kind of nice with a Pyrelong if we get it, but then at the same time, our guy just wants one electric type anyways, and Pyrelong is electric type, so honestly, I'm just going to take the on Cetra. We're not even really going to use them. We're probably just going to sell them for monies, most of all. We're going to sell them. I would like to take the blue ticket to try and get this Trouble upgrade, but I'm also not going to take it. I don't know why I took that. That little bit of extra shields, maybe not so great. But look at this guy, 155 damage, scale up from a Trouble. This guy's nuts. And if we had a higher level of this guy, that would be even more awesome. Now, any of these guys, Troubles here, we keep going. We could take the Iron Core, which will charge adjacent allies. I'm not sure if this guy's going to be that great for us because he will just explode our Electranade, which is not what we want. We want Drake Arch, probably not. We could take the Reaper and level him up so we can just knock out a guy. Serenades, we don't die to debuffs, that's freaking Galvanine, which we could go for this guy as well, but then again, it's rid of a Shock, which we definitely don't want. Now the question is, do we want to level up our Velisect to level 3, because we lose all our multicasters. But we're going to get some insane speed on him. I think it's going to be worth it, right? Now what you got? Lower shop rank, when you buy an item, gain damage. I'm just going to take the extra 100 HP. And you're 1.5 seconds, which is madness. Still going to reroll. Might as well have it in another Trouble because there's no point not having it in. We just keep going, and that is our level 2 Trouble upgrade. We'll be taking, but our team is looking kind of small right now, isn't it? But it should be insane for us. If we get a level 3 freaking Electranade, that's going to be double that shot. Now they're going for Poison Team with the Cobrex, multicasting massive damage. Freaking cat. Are they going to be able to survive? Going to begin our freaking multicast Velisect at 1 second. Definitely does not look like so. Although they are dealing some big damage, but yeah, it's not going to be close. Definitely not. And we only need one more victory to go. And you're down to 1 second. Our Electranade should be able to survive. Should be is the keyword. Let's take this upgrade. Now we're getting even more shields, even more scaling damage. And the monster in the rightmost has 25% cooldown, 25% more shields, or 2 additional trinkets. Honestly, I'm going to take the extra shields, right? This is going to be a lot of shields potentially for us. Now, multicast and Sheldra. Maybe I do want to take this guy and basically speed this up as fast as possible as well. Golden Gift? God, taking a double trinket would have been nuts. But let's see if we're going to win. Are we going to win with this team? Is our Trouble going to survive long enough for Electranade to actually survive? Or are they going to explode? Still. And it's not even a level 3 Electranade. We get to protect off. That's 400 shock. Yeah, this is going to be over in a second. Look at this shock being applied. Holy moly. And it was still getting even stronger. And it wasn't even close. And we got our 10 victories. Kinda wish we could keep going because this team was going to be nuts. It definitely was going to be nuts. But that's our 10 victories. And what a freaking way to come back to it, right? Electranade explosions with Trouble, Musician, fantastic Boomerang, super good as well. But anyways, I'm going to leave it here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, or even subscribe. And hope to look up for the next one. I'll see you next time.